Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to change the subject of a formula. We've got 3 success criteria, and the first one is to recap how to solve equations. So here are some equations that you need to be able to solve. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers, so you can mark those. And now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to rearrange simple formulae. So the subject of a formula should always be on its own. So in this case, the subject of the formula is y. In real life, people use formulae to work out lots of information. You will also have learnt some formulae in your maths lessons. So this formula is area equals pi r squared, and it's used to work out the area of a circle. And A is the subject of the formula. Sometimes we want to use a formula to find a different part, so something that isn't the subject. So if we were given A, but we wanted to find R. So in this question, we want to make A the subject of the formula, V equals U plus AT. So we're going to make A the subject of the formula using the balancing method. So we put a line through the middle of the equal sign, and what we do to one side, we've got to do to the other side. So we want to get A on its own. So we start by taking away U from both sides. That means we have V minus U on this side, and just AT on this side. Now remember, AT means A times by T. So to get rid of the T, we need to divide by T. So we divide both sides by T. Now V minus U divided by T is written as V minus U over T. And what's left on the other side is just A. So we've made A the subject of the formula. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. So in this question, we want to make x the subject of the formula, y equals x plus 6p over 5. So we start by timesing both sides by 5, because that's the opposite of dividing by 5. And that gives us 5y on this side, and it gets rid of the divide by 5 on the other side. So we've just got x plus 6p on this side now. Then, to get the x on its own, we need to get rid of the 6p. So we take away 6p from both sides. So on this side, we've got 5y minus 6p, and on this side we've just got x. So we've made x the subject of the formula. Here's another example. This time we want to make x the subject of the formula, y equals x over 2 plus 5t. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of the 5t. So we take 5t off both sides. That gives us y minus 5t on this side and x over 2 on this side. Now remember, x over 2 means x divided by 2. So the opposite of dividing by 2 is timesing by 2. So I've got to times both sides by 2. So on this side, I'll have 2y minus 10t. Remember to times everything by 2. And on the other side, I'll just have x. So x is now the subject of the formula. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So in this question, we want to make P the subject of the formula Q equals 2P minus 4R. So the first thing we have to do here is get rid of the minus 4R, and we do that by adding 4R to both sides. So on this side, we have Q plus 4R, and on this side, we just have 2P. Now remember, 2P means 2 times by P. So to get rid of the 2, we need to do the opposite of timesing by 2, which is dividing by 2. So we divide both sides by 2. Now Q plus 4R divided by 2 can just be written as Q plus 4R over 2. And on the other side, we just have P on its own. So P is now the subject of the formula. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers. There's your amber answers. And there's your red answers. So now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and this is to rearrange formulae involving brackets or indices. So here we want to make T the subject of the formula C equals A brackets T minus B. So the first thing we've got to do is expand the brackets. So we do A times T and A times minus B. So C equals AT minus AB. Now we get rid of the minus AB by doing the opposite of taking away AB, which is to add AB. So we get C plus AB equals AT. Then we want the T on its own, so we need to divide by A. So that means our answer is C plus AB over A equals T. Here's another example. So we want to make B the subject of the formula C equals 3A plus B squared. So the first thing we do is get rid of the 3A by taking away 3A. So we've got to take 3A away from both sides. So we get C minus 3A equals B squared. And the opposite of squaring something is to square root it. So we've got to square root both sides. So on this side, we have the square root of C minus 3A. Remember to square root everything. And on this side, we just have B. So B is now the subject of the formula. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers. There's your amber answers. There's your red answers. And there's your purple answers. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out the videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.